I need more water. I need to open up my window. That's what I need to do. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the after party. Yep. For those of you who have never been a part of an after party, this is where basically I talk to you about something else that we haven't talked about yet on the show. It won't last long. This I can tell you. I didn't get to sleep until late last night. Not like anybody really cares about that, but I'm actually really tired right now. So, go wait until we get a group of people. Oh, already a good group of people here. And first off, appreciate everybody that joined us for our final installment of kind of recapping our wonderful trip for food and wine and everything else. It was actually a lot really good. Oh, you like the hat? It's not. It's just a plain old red shirt, but the hat just happened to be around, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to wear my incredible shirt. So I appreciate that, Chad. All right, so there's a couple things. What do you think? Danny's getting hitched. That is so cool. Oh, I'm really happy for him. I really am. I'm really excited for him. I've been married for I don't know, 22 years. 22? Yeah, 22 years. Been married 22 years. And I hope if he has half of the fun that I've had, he is going to have a great time in life. So I just really am excited for him. I guess now I just got to figure out when is he going to have his when is he going to get married, and where do I have to fly out to? So that's actually really pretty cool. All right, so we've got enough people here. I'm going to give you guys a scoop. I'm going to give you guys a scoop on something. Small change in the show. And I'm going to give you guys a heads up because I'm putting a poll out on the WDW community page probably tomorrow. I'm giving you guys a heads up. Okay. This is going to happen. Okay. We are going to be changing probably most likely the days of our show, and probably also changing the time. It's going to be earlier, that we know. We have some days that we're thinking about. But we're going to put it to a poll to everybody as a part of our audience. Now, the reason for the change is quite simple. It's late. It's late for me. It's even later for Danny. Most of our viewers are on the East Coast anyway, so it's really kind of late. With that in mind, we are going to try to do this in order to help benefit both our viewing audience as well as some of our scheduling conflicts that we've been having. And I know, like John, I know you're out on the West Coast, and I apologize because I know that this is going to impact you probably more than most people because you're on the West Coast, and I'm really sorry about that. I really am. Believe me, we talked about it, but I'm going to give you some good news here. Just hang on with me. So we're going to be moving probably some days, probably some times. I'm going to put out a little poll in order for people to kind of give us an idea of what works. Now, please understand that I know that polls like this can be somewhat dangerous for us because I don't want anybody to be accidentally disappointed if for some reason we don't pick your day or time. But know that we are trying to balance out, a lot of different factors, and it's really hard, obviously, to accommodate everybody. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think with that said, I'm probably going to continue to do after parties, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of structure to them. May add a little bit of extra content. The after parties may be, I may have them planned. I may have a particular topic. I may not. I'm going to try to provide extra notice when they will happen, and they will happen, of course, either after the normal show. There might even be extra non-streamed podcast episodes that are recorded just for the podcast listeners themselves. Which basically, I mean, we've always encouraged everybody to subscribe to us either in Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. That's probably one of your better bets to do no matter what. That way, if you miss it here, you'll always be able to catch it there. So that's something to think about. In other words, I'm going to see what I can do to give you guys a little bit more, kind of to make up for the difference a little bit. I hope that's okay. Again, I'm going to post this out in the WDW community page tomorrow. That's Wednesday the 9th. Hopefully I'll have some time to do that before my day gets crazy busy at work. I already know it is going to be crazy busy. So informally and unofficially, what are some of your initial thoughts or reactions to us moving days and or times? Again, I'm going to ask you guys that actually do comment on such that you please go ahead and do so in the poll when I post it out there. But for discussion's sake here, since I'm letting you guys know first, what are your thoughts? Do you have some thoughts on when, time-wise? Do you not like the idea? Do you like the idea? Are you guys contemplating sending me a glitter bomb because you don't like the idea that bad? Any other recommendations that you have? I mean, just up to you. Kind of letting you guys tell me a little bit. Let's see. As for how early, it's probably going to be, we'll probably move it no more than 1 hour. Because once you do that, I start having to rush getting home from work, so to speak. That I will tell you. We're trying to do this so that it's not so darn late. Because I feel bad for Danny. He gets up really super early in the morning. I do too, and I'm a night owl. I get up a little bit later, and I don't have a commute, so I'm a little bit different. I'm reading through the comments. I appreciate that. I appreciate the understanding. Christina, thank you for your comments there. Brandy earlier is great. Melissa, you're okay with it. Jessica's like, you're good with it. It gets late. I appreciate the support, guys. I really is great. I really appreciate that great feedback. You guys have been awesome supporting us. So Bailey, I appreciate your thoughts and comments as well. Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's been our staple for, 2.5 years, if not longer now. And there's some history behind that and why we decided to do Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you guys have been listening to us since the beginning, we used to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 3 shows a week in a row. Goodness. There was even one time that we tried to do 40 shows in 40 days. Wow, that was a mistake. I'll tell you that right now. Jamie, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Especially Mr. Chris Rock's comment. I should make a bumper sticker that says that. Mr. Chris Rocks. Yeah. So I do appreciate that. Okay. Sounds like I'll get more information from you guys and the remaining part of the audience in order to get a little bit more of a formal piece of input. Oh, Bailey, you remember the 3 days and the 40 shows attempt? We failed at it. After we got into the 30s, and afterwards it was kind of like eating cake until you just basically said, this is great, but I can't do this anymore. John, I can guarantee you one thing. It won't be Friday. Friday is just one of those cases where it's like, you know what? I want to spend time with my family. And lately, as it's been doing, I have to take my son places, usually to different camping locations throughout the tri-state area. Basically, I'm either going to Northern Illinois or I'm going to Southern Michigan in order to do that. So, in fact, this Friday, he has to play in a homecoming marching band program. He's going to leave from there, and I have to take him like at least an hour and a half one way so he can go camping. He's on staff for this one camp that's going on. Oh, yeah. Diz Truck 1 got so many miles put on it this summer. It was not even funny. I'm like, oh, I'm at the point now where it's like, I'll probably end up having, like by spring, I'll have to put tires and brakes on that car. And I found out it's going to be like $1,000 to put tires on that truck. Oh, anyway. If I do anything on Saturday, it'll be a solo show. It'll be a coffee break type of thing. It'll be an after party type of thing, late. Some of these things are going to be, we're going to try to schedule more, like actually let you guys know what we're doing at what times. That way you guys can choose better. Because while we would love to have you guys here, just know something. The numbers are great. When we see how many people are watching us at any period of time, the numbers are fabulous. But they don't necessarily mean everything to us. We want to build these relationships with you. Like, for those of you who have been around for a long time, as well as for those of you who have just started listening. We're trying to build relationships here. Jessica, you need front brakes now? Girl, what? Just come down to the Gusman garage so we can get that taken care of for you. And yeah, and by the way, Jamie, you're looking for brakes and tires for 2 SUVs. Yeah, I feel your pain because I think I'm going to have to get tires on the Gusmobile and I'm replacing the entire suspension on the Gusmobile at the same time. Shocks, or I should say struts, all 4 corners, sway bar end links, possibly front hubs, brakes, rotors. It's about $700 in parts alone. Yeah. I was going to go ahead and probably live stream it, but I didn't think you guys would want to hear me drop the F-bomb. You're probably thinking to yourself, oh, he's too clean cut for that. Yeah. I tend to light things on fire by accident too in my garage. So it's one of those things. Kevin's like, most of the other shows I would watch, they start at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so you never get to see them. I'm sorry to hear that. I know. But say, Kevin, you've been around for so long. You're one of the near original people. So, yeah. Brandy, you just replaced all 4 tires. That was fun. Yep. And Jamie, I'm having to watch my coffee breaks. I'm going to tell you why. There's members of my management team that started watching the show. They're probably watching right now. Hi. And while I've done my coffee breaks during the time where I would normally just take a quick, 20, 30-minute break for lunch because I don't always eat lunch, I still, there's a lot of things going on with work. This is going to be a very busy season for me. So I'm having to focus more. And that's good. I mean, hey, listen, I work for an awesome company that at least I feel like I can take a lunch. I feel like everybody's entitled to that. But at the same time, I know that we're getting into that busy season. I have to focus, and for the sake of my company and well as my customer. So anyway, yeah, Jess, you got to get that car down here. We need to go over it, don't we? Yeah. So yeah, Diz Truck 1, I have to get some maintenance done on it soon. The Gusmobile is, by the time it's done, by the time I actually get all the stuff done on the Gusmobile, it'll be the suspension, the brakes, all around, tune up, fuel filter change, air filter will be cleaned. I'll probably do a fuel injection service, coolant swap, and then I'll change the oil when it's necessary. So yeah, it's going to be about $1,000 worth of parts, but I love my car. It's in absolutely fabulous shape. I love driving it. And as soon as I get all these things taken care of, it'll be like it's a brand new car. And spending $1,000 on parts to me is cheaper than a car payment. I love my car. I keep my cars until they fall apart, and then I put them back together. So, oh, Kevin, one of the first shows you had the Universal Garage. You are referring to Kayla. Kayla is a dear friend of mine. In fact, I got a message from her saying, "Hey, we've got to get coffee soon." So I have got to get a hold of her. Kayla is still a great friend of mine. Love her to pieces, and she's doing great. She's trying to get into the film industry, like film production and stuff like that. She is going to be a talent to contend with as an upcoming person in the field of movies, TV, and entertainment. She is just so talented. I can't wait to talk to her soon. John, do I know how to fix motorcycles? Not really, to be very, very honest with you. Mainly because I don't have one. I've never had the experience with them. My experience with motorcycles have not really been positive. That's because I don't know how to ride them very well. But it's one of the things. Kevin, good grief, it sounds like Ecto 1. It's kind of funny because it's funny you say that. Yeah. I mean, I maintain my vehicles very well. My car is a 2011, so it's going to be, it's on the brink of being 9 years old. I'll have 100,000 miles on it within the next 6 months. I love it. I need to give it a good cleaning before it gets cold. I may do that this weekend. But I love my car. I love it. And, cruising back and forth to Indy, I was getting 28 miles to the gallon running E85. Corn juice, as we like to call it, because it's actually made here in Indiana. Yeah. So what can I tell you? All right. So I wanted to tell you guys that first news, and I'm just starting to babble now because I'm getting really, really tired. It's been a long day for me, and I've got a long day tomorrow. But I wanted to share that with you. Things will be shared over in the WDW community page. I will say that from the bottom of my heart, and also, on behalf of Danny, we really appreciate your support and understanding. And we just want to continue to give you guys the best in Disney podcasting. We want to, continue the trends that we've been seeing in our numbers, etc. We're just really appreciative. You guys help make that happen. And it just encourages us to do what we can to give you the best. That's basically it. We want to basically give you the best that we possibly can do. And we really do super appreciate your support. All right, my friends. And I call you my friends on purpose because you are my friends. I hope you guys all have a wonderful one. And chances are the next time I talk to you will be Thursday night. All right, y'all. Have a great one. Until we meet again. Take care.